It's kind of the whole principle of you can't train in silk sheets. The reason why fighters start getting knocked out the more wins they get, they don't have that same energy, that same, like kind of rage in them that they need to succeed. They already won. They got millions when they go home. I think that's why McGregor started to suck at the end of his career, is for that exact same reason. Mm-hmm. So I think that's important, being able to keep that same tenacity while also succeeding. It's a weird balance. The more you succeed, the less edge you're going to have.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what differentiates people from being result-based or progress-based.
Right.
Because I've heard it before. I've heard people say, it's like, if I were to make this much money doing this business, I would just quit as soon as I make this much amount of money and just F off. Yep. But the reason why a lot of people keep going.
That's good.
The reason why a lot of people keep going is because they didn't fall in love with the results. They fell in love with the progress.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like Elon Musk can retire generations himself, but why does he keep doing what he's doing?
Yep.
It's because, So I think it's one of those things is like when you chase entrepreneurship or just creating a whole new life for you, you just got to fall in love with the progress, fall in love with what's going on currently. You know what I mean?
Dude, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people will say that, like, well, if I made the money you make, like, I would just be on vacation all the time. And it's like, well, that's the reason you're not going to get the money I make, is you're not in love with the drive. You're not in love with the process.
Yes.
The only reason you're going to get to where you want to go is because you can fall in love with the work. Because what people don't realize is 99% of the time it sucks. 99% of the time it's not really what you want to do. But if you like that pain, if you like that suffering, kind of in like a, masochist or whatever, a masochistic type of way where people like feeling pain. If you have that kind of weird energy about you, I think entrepreneurship's for you. But I don't think most people, like I said this on a call earlier, I said a big part of my job on these calls is to figure out if you really want to be an entrepreneur. Because when you break down entrepreneurship as a whole, or when you break it down at the surface, 99% of people want to be an entrepreneur. If you ask an average man, do you want to make your own hours, make as much money as you work for, have nobody tell you what to do all these good things to do with entrepreneurship, everyone's going to say yeah. Well, if you ask them the counter, do you want stress, responsibility, heartache, things to go wrong, to get sued, like all these, big long list of what entrepreneurship really entails, I would say about 1% of people actually want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like the question is like, oh, do you want to quit? Would you quit your 9-to-5 to chase entrepreneurship? It's like, would you quit your job to chase something that's not guaranteed? Mm-hmm. Would you quit your job to chase something that, it's going to be way harder? Often, more than likely in the beginning, you're actually going to be making less money and working much, much more.
Yep.
Just for the possibility of you making it out.
Right.
And people might say, yeah, just to sound tough, but in reality, they won't. They'll give in a week in, a month in, something.
Yep, 100%. It's like people saying, yeah, I'll do 1,000 push-ups today. And then right around 464, they realize, dang, this is hard. I'm only halfway there.
Yeah.
They stop. Like, oh, that's really good. Something popped into my head I wanted to say. What were you just talking about? Like, what did you just say? Why did I blank? It's because I ate. My brain's working slow.
About there's no guarantee.
Oh, dude, I had a conversation with this guy, and he's like, yeah, my parents want me to go to college, but I want to be an entrepreneur, so I don't know what to do, Brad. And I said, okay, let's break down what both paths look like. So what are you going to college for? Oh, okay, I'm getting my business degree. What is that going to do? Well, I'm thinking I want to go into accounting, so, maybe I could become an accountant. Okay, what does your life look like as an accountant? I'll probably be making about $90,000 a year, working 40 hours a week. I'll have a boss, I'll get 1 week of vacation a year. I'm like, okay, so that's if everything goes right. Are you guaranteed to get that position and for all that to work? He's like, no. I said, okay, so if everything goes right, you're telling me that you're in a position that you're not even going to be happy with. Because I asked him, that was the part I left out. I said, are you happy with that life? The $90,000 a year, being an accountant, 1 vacation a week, are you happy with that? If he said yeah, then that's the route he should go. He's like, Brad, that sounds miserable. Like, I'll kill myself if that's the case. Mm-hmm. I said, so the risk you're willing to take for an uncertain outcome, for if everything works, you don't even like the life you have. Entrepreneurship, sure, there's a lot of risk. It's kind of go big or go home. You make it or you don't. But at least with entrepreneurship, you're taking just as much risk as the regular corporate job. But the upside is something you actually want. Mm-hmm. It's a life you actually want to have. So people break down risk wrong. They think it's safe to go the route. To me, if I had to flip a coin, one side of the coin, I win and I get everything I want. The other side of the coin, even if oh, look at that butterfly. flew right in front of the camera. I bet you that'll be on there. But if I had to flip a coin with one of the options being something I don't even want, like that's the upside, and then the other option is losing, like if you go into a job that you're going to hate if it works, that means one of your options is something you're going to hate, and the other option, it not working at all. I don't understand how people take that gamble.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
And I think people, the main reason why people don't want to take a risk is because they like being comfortable. They can't even stand the idea of not being comfortable for like even a second.
Right.
And whether it's like just like having whether it's a financial thing or just a stress thing, it's like, it's super easy not all 9-to-5 jobs are like this, obviously, but it's super easy. There's not really much stress that goes into it unless you're in the job itself, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I'm not talking about other jobs like
being a firefighter,
being a firefighter, like a first responder or anything. Those are like obviously high stress, but other certain jobs where like you kind of just clock in, you clock out. There's no risk to it. It's super comfortable. You just kind of do what you want to do. You know what you're going to make, what's going to happen. With entrepreneurship, you really don't know. Like you can kill it 1 month and the next month is your lowest month ever.
Right. Like I think
vice versa.
I think a good thought experiment to see if entrepreneurship's for you. Would you rather have $5,000 guaranteed to you for the rest of your life? You don't even need to do anything. That's one of the pills you could swallow. Or would you rather swallow a pill that will give you a coin, and you flip that coin, if you hit tails, you'll lose 10 grand. But if you hit heads, you'll make $10 million. What route would you take? What pill would you take? The coin or the $5,000 a month for the rest of your life?
Personally, for me, I'm a gambler, so I'd go with the second one.
100%.
Yeah.
I would spend 10 grand to get a 50-50 shot to flip that coin. The beauty of entrepreneurship, it'll be less than 10 grand to start most businesses, and you have about a 90% chance of success if you really put everything you have into it. Like the old saying, like, oh, would you succeed if your family was going to die? Oh yeah, of course, dude, I'd work so hard, I would succeed. It's like, well, you have that capability in you. Why don't you do it? Why don't you attack? Why don't you go for it? If I would do it if my life was on the line or if my family was going to die, then do it now. It's still there. It's just discipline. It comes down to like your actual mental capability. Can I put myself in that state? Like when I would play football, I would literally tell myself dark things before each play. I would be like this person tried to kill my mom, or like I would just tell myself things that would like really make me hate the person I was going to run into or whatever. And I'd put myself in that mind state. I don't think it's healthy all the time, but it's good to be able to put yourself there. It's like, would you rather be a gardener in a war or a warrior in a garden? Like I think Jordan Peterson said that is really good. Everyone would rather be a warrior in a garden, right? So it's cool.
Absolutely. So how do you deal with stress yourself? Like your low moments, high moments in your own business? Like let's say you kill it 1 month, next month isn't the same high.
Yeah.
You don't get the same high. How do you deal with aspects? And not just business, just like life in general. Like energy, like anything really, right. Like external factors that go on. How do you deal with that specifically?
I would say stress itself is rather uncomfortable. When you're stressed, you can't really just be, because now I'm stressed. So I think a lot of people, they feel pressure from stress and then they implode. Stress to me is energy. So you could either let that energy crush you, or you could let it implode on you, or you could convert it into work. So every time I feel stressed that this isn't working or that isn't working or whatever, to me, it's fuel. I want to feel stressed. I said a joke earlier today to the call I took. He called me. He's like, oh, how you doing? I was like, hey, I'm having kind of a stressful day. He's like, oh, why is that? I'm like, I'm just working a lot. Things are kind of not really going right. I'm just telling him. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, but if I'm being honest, I'm stressed when I'm stressed and I'm stressed when I'm not stressed. Meaning that if I'm just sitting on the couch not stressed, that makes me stressed. I'd rather be doing something. You know what I mean? So I think I kind of live in a state of stress, but the word stress is typically used like in a therapy session. Like, oh, I'm not feeling good right now. I'm really stressed. To me, that's just existing. When you wake up, you should be stressed. There's things you have to do. There's places you have to be. There's podcasts you have to film. There's work you have to do. There's things you have to do. You should be stressed. Like if we were in war, each and every day you wake up, you might die or you're going to have to kill someone or we're going to have to go hunt to get the food we want. There's stress at hand because we have things to do. If you wake up without stress, I don't know what type of life you're living. Maybe you were born into a rich family and you could just wake up and like go sit at the pool and drink a margarita. But other than that, I don't know who wakes up without stress. It's just kind of depends on, do you let it crush you, or do you use it for energy?
That's good.
What about you?
You know, I always thought stress was a good thing. I mean, obviously there's, the way I view stress is, let's say I'm stressed out, which is often, I would say if this was something I wasn't stressed out about, then it wouldn't be important enough to even, it wouldn't be worth it to follow. It wouldn't be worth it to even do. Like, the reason why things are stressful, the reason why taking care of a family is stressful, the reason why relationships can be stressful, or business can be stressful, is because they're worth it. Because they're all worth it.
There's value attached.
It's like, I don't know, I can't really think of many things that aren't stressful that are worth it. There's nothing.
That's true.
Right? So it's like losing weight. It's stressful. It's hard. It's not easy. There's some days where you just gain weight for no reason. But it's because it's worth it.
Right. Let's try to think of something right now as a thought experiment that has value, that's something you actually want, that will bring you dopamine and happiness, that isn't hard. There's very few things.
You think of relationships with people.
Those are hard.
Marriage, family. You think of faith, really hard.
All of it hard.
You think of your business, you think of health, you think of
things like whatever.
Anything. It all brings some level of stress, and I don't know.
Right, because value and scarcity come together.
Yeah.
Like water right now isn't that valuable to us because we can just go to the water fountain right there and get water. So we don't view this as super valuable because it's not scarce. If we were in Africa and they don't have any clean water and they're thirsty for days on end and we gave them this bottle of water, it'd be so valuable. It'd bring them so much dopamine because there's scarcity attached to it. So the same is true for the business you want to start. It's hard to do. It's scarce. Not a lot of people can do it, so there's value attached. The relationship you want a healthy relationship with a beautiful woman. One, she's hard to capture probably. Two, it's hard to maintain. Faith, you have to put work into faith. All the things we just listed come with work. So people are like, oh, I want to live a happy life. Chasing happiness is the scariest thing you could ever do. Like even at church, you hear like, I want you happier tomorrow than you are today. To me, that's the most idealistic yet stupid way to live. To be like, I want to be happy. First of all, if you're happy all the time, that means happiness isn't even a thought. It's not even a real thing because you need dark to see the light. You need to be sad to feel happy. So sadness is part of life. It's like a plethora of emotions is what we feel through life. So how can we just say, I want to be happy while also rejecting the sadness? Like the important part is being able to sit in the sadness, because now that we can maintain sadness, feel it, but be able to push through, once we do get to these happy states, it's 10 times better. And then our overall normal level is going to be pretty neutral. Our sad and our happy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think happiness overall is just a feeling. I think a lot of people think happiness is from this like everlasting like joy that you just feel every single day. You're like, I'm happy to wake up. I'm happy to do all these things. But it's like, I feel like me specifically, when year by year, life has gotten a little bit more busy, a lot more stressful, but I've been happier year by year because there's more responsibility. Right. Especially as a guy, like we like responsibility. We like to take care of things. We like to have power over things. And I wouldn't trade this moment right now for any previous past moment I've had in my life. Yeah. Because even though right now it might be more stressful or busy or whatever, the happiness that I have with myself and I have way more security, more confidence. There's things that I told myself that I would do that I have done that I wouldn't have been able to do last year or 2 years ago. Yeah. So it's like, I think when chasing happiness is one of those things where it kind of just depends, Right.
It's like chasing the wind.
Chasing the wind.
That's so good.
So, I think fulfillment specifically too, just what fulfills you. I think just the purpose in your life, it just depends from person to person. I think everybody has their own unique purpose. Some people are meant to teach. Some people are meant to just build each other up. Some people are meant to do certain things. And just chasing a better version of yourself each day, even if it means you have to go through some painful experience. I think that's what true happiness really is.
Right. I love the analogy like I earned my shower or I earned my pillow. That's the best day. If you think of the best days you've had, when you worked hard, you worked out hard, you beat your body down, you went through war, now I get to lay on my pillow thinking, I made it. Some of the most depressed days you feel are because you're sitting on your bed all day, you're watching some TikTok or some Netflix show or whatever, and the end of the day comes around and you're like, wow. I don't believe you could be stagnant as a human being. You're either going forward or you're going back. You never really stay the same because at the very least, time went by, now you're older and you're 1 minute closer to death. So you're always at a stage of either moving the needle forward or moving the needle back. The best days you have are the days that you go through the most pain. Think about how good you would feel to win the heavyweight champion of the world, or to win the heavyweight title of the world.
Yeah.
You'd feel incredible. You feel like you're the king of the universe. Those are the days you should chase. It's really stupid to think I want to feel that feeling, but I don't want to go through the struggle to feel it. That's where entrepreneurship, a lot of people fall. I want to feel the feeling of being that business owner that did it all. I don't want to go through the sleepless nights or staying up late to do the things I don't want to do. What? I don't get it.
Yeah. It's that's the biggest question in life. People don't want to pay the price for what they want. Or people want to find the easiest way, but they spend more time trying to find the easiest way than just doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like you're going to pay one way or another.
Like, what's the quickest and easiest way I can do it? And they take years trying to find that one way out versus just actually just doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if we had to walk a mile.
Yeah.
The easiest way is to start walking.
Yeah.
But people want to do research, like maybe there's a teleportation device I could find. They're going to spend months and months figuring out, is there a teleportation device? To come to the conclusion that, wow, the fastest way was getting started.
Yeah.
Why didn't I just actually take that first step? I didn't want to do the work. I didn't want to walk that mile. I wanted to just teleport. So good. So good. Wow.
And it kind of talks about like the unseen work, especially too. Like you see these guys who's popped off, like maybe they're in social media, these streamers, these guys. Some of these guys posted for years.
Yeah.
Without a single person watching them.
Yeah.
Imagine how much willpower you have for that to happen. No applause, no praise. Business owners spent hours staying up all night, staring at a screen, typing away, doing whatever they can, building. No praise, not a single praise. And then one day they actually get that praise. And people are like, oh, overnight success. But there's no such thing.
Right. You know what worries me?
Yeah.
I had a pretty good run so far. I haven't had a major setback yet. And I'm kind of waiting. Like you hear Alex Hormozy talk, I worked for 5 years until I broke even. You know what I mean? Like spending money to just do work for 100 hours a week. I've kind of succeeded the whole time. I've had my little setbacks, lost a few grand here, a few grand doing that. I've made mistakes, but I haven't had like a super career-ending thing and I feel like it's coming. I can't expect to live the life, like want exponential or want like extravagant things and not have an extravagant story. You know what I mean? Like I've gone through the struggle, I've gone through the heartache. I think the only thing I can credit it to is being wise. What I mean by this is a lot of people are smart, like their IQ's high, they could problem solve, whatever, but they're not wise. They say a smart man learns from his mistakes and a wise man learns from others. I feel like I've learned a lot of mistakes from other people. And I think that's why I've been able to move the needle forward is because I'm coachable. I'll try to sit in not a teacher role. A lot of times I've kind of become a teacher now for a lot of different people because I'm farther along in the journey. But in almost every conversation, every normal scenario in my day-to-day life, I try to learn from almost everyone. So maybe that's why I haven't made a mistake, but at the same time, I'm kind of expecting for the tornado to hit.
Yeah.
It's like we're living in Kansas as an entrepreneur. The tornado's coming, man. Prepare.